We do need an annotated version of this bad boy, even though it's just a blitz game.
Oh, I'll annotate it. Yeah, I'll count it as a blender game.
Okay, Kostya, before we go through this bad boy,
Yeah.
set us the scene. Set us the scene.
Right. Okay, so this was yesterday in St. Louis, and what the St. Louis Chess Club does sometimes is that they just run these like kind of small little like blitz and rapid events, and this was one of them. Mm-hmm. And so Caruana usually doesn't play. I don't know if he's ever played one like this small at the club, but they are often very strong. Like Benjamin Bach, he plays very often.
Right.
Varakobian, he plays. Mm-hmm. He's got a bunch of kids from like St. Louis University, a bunch of title players there. They sometimes come and play the Mizzou kids. So sometimes these tournaments, the first prize is like $500, but they can be very strong, like lots of grandmasters. And this took place at the hotel, the Chase Park Plaza. So this wasn't at the St. Louis Chess Club
Okay.
proper, but at the hotel, they sometimes run these like kind of smaller events. Yeah, it was kind of funny. At first, it was like at first it seemed like over half of the event was going to be like, or like a majority of the event was going to be title players. I think over half definitely was like Fabi was there, Var, Benjamin, I was playing, Eric Rosen, Tadev, and then several players from SLU University that are also titled. And so it's like, yeah, very, very strong event.
And was it like a thing where somebody was like, hey, Kostya, come on down, boss, Fabi's playing? Or how did you get how did the invite to this thing even happen?
They emailed us out, like the club emailed just like a bunch of local players that this was going to happen. So I emailed them that I was going to play. I didn't know if that Fabi was going to play until the day of. I just showed up and he was there. It's like,
and was he pissed, dude?
Actually, no, he wasn't. He didn't seem that pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, we're friendly. We're on good terms. So
is there video of the event?
There is video, actually. Ooh. So here's the funny thing. So Eric Rosen was there, and he was recording all of his games on board 2. So they gave him a dedicated board.
Yeah.
And then you can see me and Fabi play in the background because we were on board 1. So you can actually see us in the background of his video. And then his game finished a little bit before ours did. So then you can actually see the end pretty well. So I'll probably edit that and post that at some point.
There you go. Okay. We'll just, tag Fabi a bunch and be like, hey, boss, welcome to the dojo. Now, my understanding is, too, you beat him in a queen and rook thing. We're going to check it out. But did you tell him about my video, dude, of the queen versus rook?
No, we didn't discuss the game.
You didn't tell him, dude? You didn't tell him about the dojo?
Well, you'll see. It wasn't like a pure queen versus rook thing, but I did play it with a lot of confidence. And no, he knows about the dojo. You don't have to worry. It's Jesse. He's aware.
Because one thing actually funny is he's blown the bishop and rook versus rook so many times in his career. I'm like, dude, come to the dojo, spar it out, Okay, tell us about this.
He'll be happy to
this
you up on that.
Fischer choice here, bishop c4.
Okay, yeah. So, mainly I'm usually a d4 player.
Yeah.
I actually played Fabi once before in OTB chess. I've played him, I think, either once or twice in Title Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I played him once before OTB. There was this other rapid tournament held at the Mechanics Chess Club in San Francisco a couple of years ago that they hosted during the Pro Chess League finals that were taking place that weekend. So I actually got a chance to play him there. That game, I forget what the time control was. It might have been like a 15-minute game, but I also had white. I played d4, and he played the system with like d6 and early bishop f5. That's kind of tricky. That he plays a lot in blitz. I basically I blundered a pawn early, and it was not very difficult for him. I don't know. I didn't really want to go into this variation because I hadn't I mean, I had no idea what he was going to play, but just for example, if he just repeated that same line, I would again just kind of be lost and not know what to do. And so, yeah, I felt like, okay, let's play E4. I like E4. I feel like it's more fun. I've played E4 a lot less than I've played D4 and Knight F3. So I don't know. I find the positions a lot richer. Like, you know, I haven't burned them out in a sense. And okay, this specific choice against the Najdorf. This is just a line I saw like Magnus play this. I think he won a nice game against Keimer recently. So the idea is like E6, A4, and then it's kind of like a positional system. Okay. Like White's just trying to secure this pawn on A5 in every variation, and then just trying to get like a very small like structural edge. So it's kind of this trendy line. I don't know. I looked at it a little while ago. I did not prepare it at all for today. So I was just kind of completely. Man, I think I misplayed it pretty quickly, actually, but yeah, that was the idea.
And I would say, like, just normally, like, dude plays more like E4, E5. He can do anything, but mostly E5, right?
Yeah, I thought he would go E5. I wasn't totally sure.
Right.
I thought, okay, C5 is definitely possible as well. I don't know how much of my chess he knows. Like, if he knows I'm mainly a D4 player or whatever, but
right, yeah,
against E4, E5, I was just gonna play the Italian game, and actually, it was so funny during the game. I was thinking like I based a lot of my E4, E5 repertoire off of his games, like what he does in the Italian. So I'm just like, just gonna be playing like what I assume is his like preparation against him. I don't know, just like, oh man, I thought it was just kind of wild. I mean, I don't know. You're kind of busted no matter which variation you enter. I feel like.
So, just help me out here. So my understanding of this position from the Fischer days to now is, after the normal castles, there's some kind of Queen B6 that's really annoying now, right?
I have really little knowledge here actually on the details.
Okay.
I thought Black is often maybe going like Knight D7, Knight C5, or maybe B5 and then Knight D7, Knight C5.
I mean, there's all those things. I just thought it was like a computer thing. Figured out that it was like there was a way to push the knight to B3 with Queen B6, and then it was really annoying. Anyways, that's all I kind of remember.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so here we go. A4. Maybe that's, you didn't even know about it, but that's the point of your A4. Maybe I don't know. All right, Bishop E7. Castles.
Yeah, so Bishop E3, Queen C7, Queen E2, Knight C6, yeah.
Oh, you made an interesting choice here with taking.
Yeah, so this is kind of the point of the system, is that White tries to take and then push A5. But I think I misplayed it because I'm kind of not in time. Because I take and he takes with the pawn. Right. And then if I pushed A5 right away, then I was a little bit worried about D5. And I think Black gets a very comfortable game if he gets D5 in here.
So let's just imagine like D5, I don't know, Bishop D3.
Yeah. I would think like either C5 or Bishop B7, maybe just C5.
Here you could play pop, and Bishop F4. I don't know how to evaluate that, but you do have that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either during the game.
But isn't it the case though that if when you play Bishop F4, now we can say Black is fully in control, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he equalized here. I was kind of expecting maybe like C5, and then I would go A5, and then I think White can maybe play that structure. But yeah, I think what he does is, because he gets E5 and I have to go back, and then he gets A5 and 2, which is, that seems very important.
Right. He did liberate your bishop though. So you got that out of it.
Yeah.
Look at you. Nice and this is how you beat people. You're just nice and calm. No need to go crazy. We'll just play.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get an opening advantage against Fabiano Caruana, you know, like, so I just gotta get the pieces out. But here he definitely starts outplaying me, like Rook B4, or at least I had actually very little idea what to do. So I started like spending lots of time, and then he's just kind of making moves relatively quickly, and I'm burning like 30 seconds, a minute every move, trying to not blunder anything.
No, this is a good move, bishop c1.
Yeah.
He pushes, makes sense. Now, with this one,
so
there
bishop
is a
C1.
question. There is a question here after d5, which is what would happen on bishop a3.
Yeah, so I spent some time here, and I was thinking about bishop a3, and there's like maybe some dynamic opportunities that black has, but also thought even if he just pulls his rook back,
Right.
I didn't see anything special for me here. I wasn't even sure if I want to trade these bishops.
Right. And the thing we'll note for the crowd is that this pawn will still be protected when this goes down, right? Because the queen got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even this simple position, this to me already looked very comfortable for black because he gets the center and e4 and everything. So yeah, f3 took me a while because obviously knight h5 is an annoying move to deal with, and he ends up playing it. But I just kind of felt like it's maybe not as big a deal as I definitely didn't want to take on d5, and the e pawn is hanging.
Yeah, you're getting hosed, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't think I was doing well here. Like I just felt like I'm getting squeezed basically. Like he got the center, and it's really hard. Like it's hard to move stuff around because I don't have a lot of squares for my pieces.
Yeah. Okay,
So yeah, I'm just trying to hold on. So king h2.
This makes sense, yeah.
He goes bishop h4.
So now this bishop a3 isn't a thing yet because of knight g3.
Right.
That looks correct.
Yeah, so I get out of that with queen d3. And then he drops back, rook bb8.
Okay, so critical moment where where you are about to fix your knight. At least it's going to do something, right? So this is the moment for him because rook b. After you get knight e2, then I don't know. I feel like we can dream of your survival.
Yeah, that definitely made me feel better during the game that I got this in. Though it's still hard to like find moves for white, like where to put the queen, or because I really can't touch any pawns. I feel like if I push c4, it's very weakening, and I'm not clear. Like it's hard to move the rooks, it's hard to move the bishop. So I don't even know what to do. So he just starts kind of improving his position next couple moves, and yeah, I have to like burn more time. Yeah, just trying to find moves that don't ruin my position, basically.
So let's say we start with this one.
Yeah, then probably I was thinking queen a6.
Okay. Now, the good news is our rook is feeling pretty invulnerable. It's either bishop g3 or knight g3, right? I don't know which one yet. One of those moves.
Yeah. But I didn't really see anything clear as to how I'm in any huge trouble. Mainly just like, it just felt like a very unpleasant position to play because I don't have a lot of active moves.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Okay, let me just give a check and see. We're going to see what happens here.
Check probably king g1.
Good. I think h1, after I move the bishop, you have to worry more about that kind of stuff. And now knight f4 looks reasonable.
Yeah.
And so the intention is if you snippo, I'll snippo, and on knight e2, I'll have bishop e3 check, and then I'll move the rook away. Maybe I'll take, I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Oh, but you could just play knight e2 here. That's a bummer for me.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that at first. Okay. So he's running into a little, he's got, honestly, in some ways, this is how to beat a higher rate opponent. Like, It's like you got a bad position, but you are not toast. You aren't toast. And they're like, this guy's got to go down. And then they can't, then it's impossible, hard, not impossible, but it's hard to find what they should be doing.
True. Actually, yeah. I mean, I don't know how good this was, but when I played F3, you just go back to that moment.
Yeah.
I did feel like if I'm losing after F3, then it's something like really tactical. He has to calculate and find like knight H5, some knight G3 stuff. Whereas my other option in the position, because the E pawn is hanging, is to like take on D5. But I feel like if I play that, his position is just so easy to play that, you know, it's just like his moves just come very, very quickly. So I was kind of thinking with F3, like, okay, at least he has to like calculate and he'll have to spend time to try to find something concrete. Though I didn't objectively see anything that's so dangerous here. But yeah, I've been on the other side of this many times where I feel like strategically I'm better. And then I kind of mess up when I'm trying to win.
All right, let's just try to understand what's going on. Let's say I give you a check. I'm gonna guess H2.
Probably go to H2.
Yeah. And then if I just touch your coconut a little bit.
Yeah. Let's say bishop goes to it's not simple. Let's say D2.
I think you got to go D2.
Yeah. And then the next move for white is maybe like bishop E1, depending. Or moving the knight. Moving the knight might be something.
Yeah, so here too, there's no clear path for dude to knock you out. Okay, no, it's hard. Not easy for dude to figure it out. I'm sure the computer will find something, but the point is, my friends, with a little time, this beautiful looking position for black is not so easy to figure out how to put Kostya away.
I think it's like 8 minutes versus 5 here, something like that, with me having 5.
Okay. And, you know, the poor guy is like, I'm playing this chump from the dojo. It's supposed to be easy. Okay, so he goes back, and now I feel like you're not doing so bad anymore. I think we can make an argument, maybe you're not even worse anymore. I at least don't know.
Yeah, it still felt tough to play here. Like he puts the rook on D8.
That can't be bad.
I go bishop E3. He goes H6.
That looks like the move of a dude without a plan. Right? What is he doing with H6? I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've got to find moves as well.
Okay, so you give him a little tickle. I like that.
Yeah, this is the moment where, let's say I'm not 100% sure about like the move order, but basically this is what happened.
I see.
Yeah, he played rook A8.
Okay, and you were like, I'm just going back, Bows. I'm just going back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, we're just hanging. We're just hanging now. Oh, that's good. And look at this, my friends. Kostya Kavutskiy against Fabiano Caruana plays the infamous knight H1.
I was proud of this move. I thought this is a nice move.
I don't say it's a bad move. I'm just saying you had the nuts to play it against Fabi, dude.
I was, that did cross my mind.
There it is, my friends.
Yeah.
Knight H1. No respect. No respect for Fabi. Are you playing the candidates? You're just a chump. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now Queen F7. Now wait a second though. Would and I guess when you play Knight F1, you're saying that if I try to talk to you over here, you're gonna play Queen A6 again?
Yeah, so honestly, I hadn't totally figured out what I'm doing here. But yeah, I think Queen A6, but maybe the other rook is better.
Right. It's unsatisfying though to play this rook because we had that half open file.
Yeah, but I wasn't totally sure how I'm gonna deal with this because I do have a problem with the e pawn.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there might be some tactics with like maybe like Queen E2, and then there's some maybe Queen C4 stuff. But yeah, I hadn't totally calculated it.
You could accept the fact that things don't always go our way and play knight G3, DE, Queen C4. You didn't want to though, buddy. You wanted the dojo to get some respect. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that looked like at least it would put you with a question after this miraculous knight H1.
Right.
I can see, Fabi sometimes raises his eyebrow a little bit. That's the most he ever gives. He might have raised his eyebrow just a little bit on knight H1.
I should have. I didn't glance up at this point. I should have looked up to try to catch.
So here he's like, I'll just bring my queen over. Now he goes this way.
But this is definitely where things, I don't know, they start to feel quite difficult again. Because he gets queen G6, and now... now the E pawn is the problem again.
Okay, so here you're about to lose a pawn, I guess.
Yeah, and I forget why exactly I didn't want to just go like bishop C1. Maybe bishop C5 or something was a problem.
But also he's going to have knight H5, right?
Oh yeah, knight H5 is coming. Yeah, exactly. Because earlier knight H5 I would meet that with king H2, but now that's not working anymore.
So this
so knight H5 is a big problem.
But this is cool because here you're saying you can win a pawn, but I am going to get, or rather you, Fabi, are going to get some nasty pawns.
Yeah. So I didn't feel like, it's totally terrible, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't think it's going to work out necessarily. Because here E takes F3. I don't know if this was right, but yeah, I had a strong urge to take with the rook here. Because I was thinking with the pawn, he goes H5 quickly, and my king just feels extremely weak.
Yep.
With rook, somehow it felt safer. Keeping the G pawn closer.
You're trying to be dynamic, yeah. I understand rook F3, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so rook F3, he goes king H7. And here actually I don't have a lot of time left at all. I think I'm under a minute at this point, and he's got like 4 or 5 minutes. So it feels bad. And he goes king H7, which is actually a very tricky move because if he plays E4 in this position, I go rook F4.
Right.
But after king H7, my instinct was to play king H2, but then E4 rook F4 runs into bishop D6. So I no longer have this. So okay, I don't have a lot of time to kind of overthink things. I just pushed G5 because it looked like I can trade off my weakness, try to open up his king a bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Originally, the intention was actually to go rook G3 after he goes HG5. But then I thought, why not throw in the check? His king is more vulnerable on G8 than on H7. And then when he plays king G8, suddenly I realized, I have this bishop G5.
There we go, buddy. Let's just show people. If Fabi takes the bishop, check to the miserable king, checkmate. Oh, man. I bet Fabi was like, this was supposed to be easy. I didn't know I was facing the dojo. What's this? What's this? Oh, man.
Yeah, so here is where it's like, hold on. Like, I'm definitely starting to feel optimistic because rook is hanging. I have queen H4 coming, which is pretty annoying for black. And then the attack is actually very straightforward. It's like queen H4, queen H8, rook F3. The king is in a lot of danger, it seems. So, yeah, he started spending some time. I realized he doesn't have a simple solution. Like rook D4, I just go queen takes C6. And he still has the same issues with his king. So.
All right, so he gives you a check.
Yeah, he's all of a sudden has to figure out some problems.
And now he makes let's call this a natural move, bishop D6.
Right.
If I were black here, maybe the first instinct would be this bad boy. Now, there's questions still, though, like, am I getting hosed with that? I don't know. Things have become complicated. Things get a little hot. I don't know.
Oh boy. Well, minimum there's like Queen H5 check.
Yeah, good. That's important. Yeah. Well,
but then actually Rook H3, right? And then I still can't take on G5.
You still can't take. Yeah. Okay. So let's just.
Still messy. Yeah.
But Rook D3 would be the only move after Bishop D2, right?
Okay. Bishop D2 is not on my mind at all. What about? You're probably right. I would think about maybe taking on D2, taking on C6. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's not clear, right?
Let's give it a look. Okay, so you see Kostya's doing some magic here. Oh, yeah, maybe that isn't clear. Holy smokies. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Okay. So yeah, let's go back. He's got problems to solve, dude. He's got some questions to solve.
I was very surprised during the game. I was like, oh my God, I have some chances.
Yeah, poor guy. He seemed like he was doing everything right, putting you away, and now this is happening. Oh God. So Bishop D6 looks natural. Queen H4. Yeah. And now he probably wanted to play E4 here, but he didn't.
Right. So I think, yeah, E4, Bishop F4, and it seemed like, yeah, he rejected this one.
But here he's... Okay, so let's think about it. So...
Because I think if the bishops come off, I feel like it actually becomes easier for white to play because I have so many more checks now against this king. So I felt like black should try to avoid trading the bishops, but...
Now, let's say this would be a tricky move. But then you could play... You could play Rook G3. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem...
Or Queen D8 was also an option. I don't know if Queen D8 was any good.
I have to admit, I didn't really look at Queen D8. Yeah, at the minimum, you're
Queen
okay.
D8, white gets a draw. Yeah, and I'm definitely at this point. I mean, I'm still super happy with the draw.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's got this back rank problemito over here. It still feels like E4 feels right. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, he plays Rook F1, and then he is saying that there's no Rook F3, and then when E4 comes, he's still going to hurt you.
Yeah.
So that certainly makes sense. But then you come in and say, well, at the dojo, they taught us this maneuver.
Yeah, I found kind of, miracle resource here, because I think I'm definitely under 30 seconds at this point. But I just find this move, it's multi-purpose move, defends the bishop, hits his bishop, and I threaten Queen D7 check, which is annoying. And he ends up going E4, which to me felt like a bailout decision. Because I was definitely, I was thinking he was going to look for just kind of more complicated defense, like if he can make it work, like some Bishop F8 or some move like that. But it's very dangerous because I'm also threatening Rook H8 in the position, and he has no checks. My pieces are coming in.
I think honestly, Bishop F8, Rook H8. What is he even supposed to do?
No, that could be game over. Yeah. For instance.
Yeah, poor dude. Man.
So,
did you apologize at least after, dude?
At the end, actually, I might have. He asked me if I felt bad.
All right, so you're boom, boom. Check to the miserable king. Check.
Yeah, now we get heavy piece endgame. Yeah, give this check. And
oh, that's clever. That's clever. King G6. So Fabi's saying Rook G3, Rook H1. That's dirty.
Right. And you know what? I definitely felt like King G6. Like, I don't know. It almost felt like he blundered Rook G3, like blundered in quotes.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to give that. I don't know. But I was expecting King F5. On King F5, I was very unclear. But at this point, I didn't have a lot of time to really to think. So I was just kind of, looking at just quick moves essentially.
But queen, you got, okay, hold on. You have queen f8.
Yeah.
And then he's
Queen
gotta,
f6, I think.
Got to play queen
is
f6.
forced.
And then you got this. Oh, wait a second. So hold on. So, right. So if queen c5, maybe dude survives with king g6. Oh, excuse me. Queen e5
c5,
check.
there's,
Queen
yeah,
e5
exactly.
Check. Yeah. Okay, so queen f8. Maybe not queen f8. Okay.
So, yeah, it's super complicated here. I was worried he's going to get out of checks, and then I don't know what's going on. His e-pawn is, of course, strong.
He was playing for a dirty trick. King g6. Look at that. Now, I'm assuming he was in pretty good time pressure, too. But you guys each got like 3 seconds to move, right?
There's 3 seconds. Yeah, at this point, he's almost caught up with me, or very close to it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because he had to spend a lot of time earlier.
I got a dumb question. So on king f5, you can also take this thing. That might be what he's concerned about.
Yeah, true. That's also a move. Yeah, of course.
Now the party continues, right? Maybe e5. But it's really hard to say what's happening. Oh my gosh! And white has I feel like 1,000 different moves. Like worst case scenario, I can play queen c3 or something. I don't know.
Queen c3. Yeah, it seemed like things are unclear, but both kings are still kind of funny.
Okay, so this isn't just playing for a trap. He's trying to hold his a pawn. And then, oh, that must have been a hard little momentito. Oh, buddy. So now, if rook f7, there's no rook g3 will work because no rook h1. Oh, buddy. And then king f6, then you just go and win the rook.
I've got the skewer.
Oh, buddy. Nice. Now, was it like, no, probably not, but the game wasn't recorded anyway? It wasn't like a DGT board or something like that? No, okay.
Well, it was a DGT board, but it wasn't turned on.
Man, hey, St. Louis, turn it on next time, buddy. We want the times and everything. All right, now we're going to see Kostya's technique. Now,
Then
by the
I
way,
found Rh5, yeah.
my dear friends, I just want to tell you guys real quick that I deserve full credit for this victory because me and Kostya, I sparred this out with Kostya, even though right now he's going to make his life a lot harder on himself. I sparred this out with Kostya. Oh, man. And right here, he could win the rook, but he doesn't do it. Oh, Kostya. Look at that.
Oh, I had queen. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Now, by the way, you guys, this might not be the exact score because Kostya had to reconstruct.
No, this is the position. This was definitely the position.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't see it, queen. Look, Jesse, like things were so blurry, and I had like 5 seconds here, right?
No,
and now at this point, I play rook h5, and it's like, okay, I realize I'm winning. Now it's not like, oh, it's unclear, maybe I have chances. Now it's like, no, I have to win the game.
Yeah.
Like no more draw, obviously, right? So yeah, I mean, it was very nerve-wracking. And no, main thing I was thinking is just like keep giving checks and don't let this pawn push from e4.
Were you in full freak out mode, dude? Was it full freak out?
I was pretty nervous, but I could still calculate. Like you'll see, I feel like I found some precise moves, I want to say. I didn't see queen f7. That was my bet.
Well, I think one of the funny things actually about playing Fabi is if you were playing a lower rated player, you'd probably see it, but you probably like trusted Fabi that he's not gonna hang his rook, dude. Okay,
yeah.
so but you'd be like, oh, he might have hung a pawn, and that he did. Check the
Yeah, I was definitely just trying not to flag. That was kind of the first because now I get 3 seconds, so I don't need to find precise moves, was what I was thinking. It's like I just need to not flag and get some time on the clock. And here I built up a bit of time, so here it was,
Like, oh, look at that. He can't even.
But you see, he can't push the pawn and then give the check.
Oh, there it is, buddy. Welcome to the dojo.
Yeah, this one I found very quickly. Yeah, that was lights out.
Boss, we're gonna clip that and then turn this into a vid, man.
Yeah, we should totally. I was gonna maybe
if you're gonna
just
win the candidates, it's gonna have to be a little better than that, buddy. Welcome to the dojo.
Thank you. So Jesse, I do think that the queen versus rook training helped because I don't know, I just felt like I did feel very confident in this situation that like the queen is just gonna dominate. I did draw a queen versus rook position once that was completely winning with pawns on the board in a classical game. That was before we did our training.
Right.
And I only had 30 seconds. I had to like play it out on the increment, and it was tricky. But like nowadays, I think I would win that game for sure.
Yeah, you did it with 3 seconds. No, 3 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah. Oh,
So okay,
great.
not like greatest game ever. I feel like this is actually a typical game that I often lose on the black side, where I'll play my opponent, I get like a big advantage, then somehow it gets tricky, they get counterplay, and then all of a sudden, I'm losing. Unfortunately, so after this game, I then drew the next game against Talia Cervantes. I was probably losing, and then I lost the last round to Benjamin Bach. We were playing for first place. He had 3 out of 3. I had 2.5. I thought maybe he was gonna like offer me a draw or something because like it clinches first for him, but no draw was offered, and he just beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you guys, was there another? Then there was a blitz. Was there a second tournament after that? It seemed like there was also a blitz tournament. Yeah.
Then right after there was a blitz event. Blitz didn't go as well for me. I won the first game, then I lost to Dennis Boros. Then I lost another game playing down, and then I won the last 2. So I finished with 3 out of 5. So it wasn't like terrible. Actually, I think I ended up getting a prize for the blitz. Like a small, I think I won like $75.
Yeah.
So,
oh, dude, Abdul's saying I would say a lot of nasty stuff. I would say, Fabi, welcome to the dojo. And I'd say, we got a spot, buddy, for you in the 2,800 plus cohort.
wow.
That's already got your name on it, buddy. 2,800 plus cohort for Fabi, dude.
Sure, he'll take us up on that.
He needs to be practicing that. Oh, God. That's amazing.
And then Bach won everything. He won both the Rapid and the Blitz.
Well, he's kind of specializing in that. Even before COVID, he was always winning that 15-0 tournament. He like does that every week. That's his jam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very good. He's very good.
So maybe you're gonna get an invite to one of these, some more of these Blitz events, huh? That's great, dude.
Yeah. Well, next one that will be coming up is after the American Cup. They always do a Blitz tournament where all the players play. So I'm hoping to be able to play that one as well.
Your move to St. Louis is paying off, dude. It is paying off.
Yeah. So also just play this like local event. Yeah, all these players show up.
That's fantastic. Well, Fabi, what do you want to do? Fabi, I called you Fabi, bud. That's what happened because you took his soul. You took his soul, and now you're inhabiting.
I'm the new Fabi now.
You're inhabiting Fabi, man.
Yeah, no, I feel pumped. I mean, like, okay, obviously it's like a rapid game, right? But I mean that was very unexpected, Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and there's rapid, so it's not like, it's slower than Blitz. I don't know, it gives some confidence. I feel like yeah, I got some more chess in me.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's great. You want to do
I
it?
played E4. That's what's so funny, man. I'm like not even an E4 player. I played E. So this has to prove that openings just do not matter at all. I play E4. Still get outplayed in the opening. And
I listened to your podcast today, and you were like, Kraai and David are gonna hate me, but openings matter more than they used to. Well, look at this, Kostya. They don't matter at all.
That's true. We were talking about classical chess, but yeah.